in the circles as a clown. Bawumia is seen across the whole Ghana and beyond as a clown. And I'm so ashamed that this is a guy who does not even know that he's clowning. You see, sometimes when people are seriously talking and you hear people laughing because they see them as comedians, this is Bawumia. A man every Ghanaian believed had a certain level of acumen, a certain level of IQ that was going to translate into a better Ghana. Young and very, very agile. He's become a comedian under a sleeping president. Why would I say that Bawumia is a comedian? Now put him on any stage, any platform. The moment he starts to speak, Ghanaians are laughing. This is a man who can beat Bobo Kala of blessed memory at any time T in any competition. This is a guy who would be able to beat Waterproof night and day. When I listen to him and I'm sitting with my children, I shut the TV because I don't want any one of them to be like Bawumia. Now I'm going to go into details. Bawumia came into this country with a fresh mind and a fresh energy. All of us gravitated towards him. In fact, I personally visited him in his home. So happy to see such a strong, powerful young man with all the economic ideas in his head. Somebody who had flexed with the top guns, my brother, my sister, in different institutions, financial institutions of the world. Who else will not thumbprint for a gentleman like that? But the moment he went on his campaign trail, you could tell that this was not a politician, he was a comedian. Bawumia spoke a lot of English on the campaign trail, spoke a lot of things, used a lot of nasty language whilst he was campaigning. I remember one of his biggest taglines, incompetent Mahama. He spoke economics that gave all of us undaunted erections. We were waiting for our savior to rescue the economics of this country into El Dorado. But what happened? Today, Bawumia is blaming the economy's terrible outing on what? Demons and principalities. When I heard that, my brother, my sister, I thought I was listening to Reverend Owusu Bempah. Because these are the people who talk about demons and principalities. Then I remembered, okay, he actually visited Reverend Owusu Bempah, we were told, when he prophesied that he was about to die. So he ran quickly to him so that they would rescue him from the jaws of death. How many of you remember that? So if he's speaking the demon and principality language, I understand. My brother, my sister, when a man becomes so hopeless, when a man becomes so frustrated and has given up in life, he throws away science and tries to hold on, my brother, my sister, to fiction and to abstract things like principalities and demons. In fact, I wish Bawumia had talked about principalities and demons at the time that he was campaigning to be vice president of this nation. Then we would have decided whether we wanted to vote into power a man who would blame our wars on demons and principalities, or we needed a man with brains that we thought he had. Today, Bawumia has become the biggest comedian in this country. He has beaten Bob Okala. Bob Okala is shaking in his grave that he shouldn't have been a comedian, because comedians like Bawumia are top notch. Bob Okala, Waterproof, and all those comedians will not match up Bawumia. I am so disappointed in a young man like Bawumia. Now I hear he even wants to be president. Who's going to vote for you? The few 4, 5, 6 boys around you who you send around and give them 2 CDs, they are those who will vote. Even them, if they become wise during the elections, will never vote for you. Look at your performance. And now he's talking about breaking the 8. They are not looking at the demonstrations that are hitting them left, right, and center. They are not talking about the wanton disrespect of the taxpayers' purse that the sleeping president, a snoring president like Nana Akufo-Addo, my brother, my sister. I, Nana Akufo-Addo, I'm not corrupt. I, Nana Akufo-Addo, will protect your purse. Not knowing that we're voting Atayi and his Atayi vice president into power. Who thinks I'm using harsh language? My brother, when a man gets so desperate, sometimes you let things just flow out of you like a river. Bawumia came. How many people believe that Bawumia had the magic wand, abracadabra, and things were going to happen? Because he spoke like a demigod. He gave us the trust. He gave us the belief and the hope that this was the man we had been waiting for. And when you look at his CV, it's as long as River Mississippi. Jesus Christ. A man with everything. Eloquence, bravery, oratory, personality, aura, everything. But he's a comedian. In fact, it's because of people like Bawumia that Oscar, the comedian Oscar, would resign from comedy. Because Bawumia has beaten all these comedians, DKB and the rest. This is their chief comedian. And they should start inviting him to, in fact, what comedy shows. And it should be the final act, because when he comes on stage first, all the other comedians will be useless. Like David Oscar, like DKB, like all the dead ones are in their grave praising him because he's the chief comedian. I am hurt. And I got to let you know, brethren, all the economics we spoke, we are not going to borrow. We are going to be able to, produce, to be able to march. And as he was speaking, push, and we are going to produce. The economy is going to. Today you are blaming it on demons and principalities. And you want me to give you a bouquet of flowers and say, oh, hallelujah, you are the most brilliant vice president. Therefore, I should help you break the 8. You must be joking. Bawumia, as president of this, are you crazy? After your sleeping president has put the whole country to sleep, he has injected the whole country, my brother, my sister, with sleeping sickness. Nanado injected everybody with sleeping sickness. Everywhere you go, people are sleeping like him. You want to bring your student, graduate him into the presidency so that we will permanently sleep. God forbid. God forbid. Under your watch, they want to build a cathedral. What have you done for the Muslims for which you were taken as a vice president? When Muslims went out in their numbers to vote, oh, a fellow Muslim is coming, at least he would also listen to us. What have you done? Apart from writing long speeches about sheikhs who have been killed. Oh, some sheikh has been killed at Prime. So, oh, inna dillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Wallahi, Allah will send you straight to heaven. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's all Bawumia does for Muslims. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. He is not supposed to be a Muslim vice president. But politically, they put him in there because of his religion. You know it, and I know it. Don't let us pretend. So that some other group of people will look at him and say, okay, it's balanced. So when he came in, what is the interest of the Muslims that at least he's been able to touch, apart from going to build 4 toilets at Agbogloshi that he himself cannot even pronounce well, that now you can bath and wash your smelly armpits, and then you go to the Puna and then you wash, and then you can Jesus Christ. Let's call a spade a spade. This is a man that I'm supposed to call uncle or big brother. But when it comes to Ghana, we are all one people. Until we stop that tribal foolishness, that bigotry, my brother, my sister, we will continue to behave like amoeba, shapeless country. Amoebaic country. Jesus Christ. Paumia, breaking 8, you will break 30. He's a comedian. What was your achievement? Now you are saying that the Akufo-Addo government has blah, 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 blah. The Akufo-Addo that everybody's running away from, you are now holding him tight. That he is your savior. So that now those, oh, Jesus have mercy. And already there's a big fight. Because we are told that President Kufuor, another revisionist, trying to push away the strong achievements of Kwame Nkrumah. My brother, my sister, a very, 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 very terrible president, my brother, my sister. And until he left the presidency, we thought he was an angel. A very retributive president. Somebody won't understand it. You see it as a big word. Me breaking it down. Unforgiving president. Unfadi and check. Kanobakwa. It took 10 years to cow 5 times for the ones that you have beaten him. Retributive president. My brother, my sister, hear me now. Look at what J.A. Kufuor did to Rawlings. Anytime Rawlings thought about J.A. Kufuor, in fact, he died a little. And when Rawlings died, he was one of the first, albeit in wheelchair, roaming and running around and praying. Whatever prayer he was saying, we didn't hear. But I'm sure that he was saying that, this guy has finally died. Rest in hell. Rest in hell. You, this guy, see you died. Rest in hell. Because you didn't love the man when he was alive. Several times you spoke against him and denied him his rights as a former president. That he would die in a wheelchair. You are going around muttering some words. What words are you muttering? You didn't love me when I was alive. Now that I'm dead is when you're going to give me a bouquet of flowers? What are you talking about, Ghana? Let's speak truth to power. Let's cut down our political underpinnings and leanings and speak truth to power. That's the only thing that will save us. We have been speaking like this, my brother, my sister, from when we had a microphone in front of us. Tell me one time that I've been biased. When people think, he's on this side, before they realize, hey, the man is licking bombs and fire. You know why? Because we speak truth to power, not to personalities. And I'm glad Ghanaians have come to know this. That we don't sell out. We believe in integrity more than in cash. Keep your money. Keep it for your picnic. As for Bawumia, you are finished. If your name ever appears on the ballot, which I doubt, because these tribalists who have arcanized the whole of the NPP, if they give you a chance as a president, go to the grave of Aliu Mahama and ask him, wake him up and ask him, Elijah Aliu, I want to stand for president too. He would wake up and cry and get back into his grave. You think they'll give you the chance? The people who wanted this country to be called Akan land, the people who bombed Kwame Nkrumah 9-10 day, the people who had nothing good for Ghana, even at independence, they were running there to the Queen to tell the Queen that, Charlie, we are not ready, we don't give up. Look at such a backward people. Backward people, historically backward people. When the truth is said, you feel so good and so free. They said they were not ready for independence. And when the Queen could not deny Kwame Nkrumah and Ghana the independence, they said, okay, now let them put the face of the Queen on our currency. So that the money that we are using, currency, we have the face of the Queen because they worship the King. They are stooges and puppets of Britain and the Queen. But Nkrumah stood firm and said, no way. When they realized that they could not use diplomacy to take out Nkrumah, they started manufacturing bombs with the help of Hufwebwanye, another man who is roasting in the hottest part of hell with JB Dankwa and the rest of them. Let's speak truth to power, brethren. When our heroes shame us, let us shame them back. Let's not celebrate people who have shamed us. People who did not want us to be independent at all. People who wanted this country to be Akanized, Akan land. The rest of the ethnic groups don't matter. Then you want me to celebrate such people? And Bawumia has found himself in a party like that. Instead of working out, even the only Nordna who was supposed to be part of that tradition, they cut him off until a few years back. How many years? When they Dombo. When did they bring Dombo back? Yet Dombo was the backbone of the NPP. He had the original NPP, Northern People's Party. He had more people in parliament. When JB Dankwa himself even failed the people of Chebi, they voted him out, they kicked him out, chopped him off like a bad habit. A man that you say is part of the big six, his own Chebi people, cut him off. They said, wait. Dabi. Cut, he failed in his own hometown. Today is a hero. Bawumia, your cry would be sorrowful. I'm not cursing you, but I'm telling you things that I wish for myself. Your road will be very rough and very tired, that you want to break the 8 with this abysmal and dismal performance. When I speak, they say, oh, he's taking it personal. Yes. When I look at my children growing and I see the grace on my mustache and my beard, I have no time for diplomacy. Diplomacy is gone. It's time to speak truth to power as hard as I can. I personalize it because it has to happen. In Ghana, you can never speak truth to power without somebody sitting somewhere with his rotten teeth say, oh, yeah, he's being personal. Personal. When my tax money is being blown left, right, and center, you tell me I'm being personal. I should still start behaving like a worm that has just come out of the... Sure, I hold it for now. Bawumia, I wish you all the best, but your cry will be sorrowful. By now, Alan Cash is sitting somewhere laughing. Say, Sheno. Would I be no buy? Ah, Sheno. Wait. Oh my God. Look, Nanado can support you as much as he wants. Kufuor is also supporting Alan Cash. And the interesting thing is that the majority that would come out and pick one person, they are not from your side. This is an Akan party. Whether you like it or not, they have Akanized it from the days of JB Dankwa. The whole Ghana does not matter. It's only for Akans. That's true. Am I lying? JB Dankwa wanted this country to be called Akan land. Akan for Chrome. And I say Akan for mine. The rest of the ethnic groups. Today, some people still hold that tribalistic attitude. Oh, say Ghana, they are Akan. Anywhere you go, everybody speaking Akan to you. Foreigners come here tracing their roots, and the first word they say is Akwaba. I'm okay as a Ghanaian. You understand? I don't have a problem. But I have a problem with people who think other people don't matter. That this country should alienate every other person and leave it for Akans. It might sound raw, but sometimes the truth is naked like this. We leave it like that. Now, the next thing I want to look at, my brother, my sister, is another interesting thing. And this one I'm reading from My Joy Online, and I need you to come along with me as usual. This one was published today, the 9th day of August 2021 at 8:59, a minute to 9 a.m. this morning. And it says, pressure mounts on health minister to resign following botched Sputnik V vaccine contract. I wish I would not read anything, but for those of you who have not followed this story, I'll take just 2 paragraphs. It says, pressure is mounting on health minister Kweku Agyeman-Manu to resign following revelations in the report of the parliamentary committee that probed the Sputnik V vaccine contract. Parliament took a break on Saturday, August 7, without making a decision on the report. After the report went public, a cross-section of the public, including the minority, called for the minister to go. Minority MPs chanted war songs after Second Deputy Speaker of Parliament Andrew Amoakwesiama called off a vote on the fate of the health minister. Minority leader Haruna Idrisu says his side of the aisle will not back down on their push to get the health minister out of the job. We will not abandon this matter. If the president does not revoke the appointment of the minister for health, we will request him through a vote of censorship to consider the matter. I'll leave it here. You see, when people like Haruna, Honorable Haruna, speak like this, I want to refer them to the abysmal way Parliament sometimes vets some of these ministers. We all saw how people were so angry that some ministerial appointments just went through like some hot knife through butter. Poor, very, very poor showing, yet they were endorsed. This is the country we live in. This is the country we live in, my brethren. Hear me now. You go for a vet, and when you are in there being vetted, something happens. The whole Ghana says, no, this guy did not do well. But Parliament has a different eye from the eye of the public that voted them in there. They passed the person. We have heard about allegations of bribery. Even the speaker right now talked about bribery in Parliament in his days as an MP. True or false? A couple of years ago, my brother, my sister, there was another MP who was forced to apologize for his utterances of bribery in Parliament. We all know that man, right? Today, when abysmally you graduate individuals into ministerial positions, you are supposed to be the watchman of the people. Now you let them in, left, right, and center. And when they behave like the health minister, you cry foul and say you do everything possible to remove them. I feel act a little bit. Act. It doesn't sound good in my ears. But that notwithstanding, let us look at what is happening here. Health minister, I am so shocked that he's still at post. Hey. Health minister. In the past, records show that, oh, he was a very affable man who did so well. Maybe age has caught up on him. In fact, Usain Bolt put him on the tracks. 10 years to come, even a baby will beat him. That's how life is. You cannot always run. You have to stop sometimes and take a walk. Sometimes you can't even take a walk. You stop. That's how life is. That's why Bob Marley said, once a man, twice a child. Some people find this too deep to understand. Once a man means that when you are born, you are a baby. You grow from the baby state all the way into the man state. And then you start declining into the baby state again. And from the baby state, you end there and go into your grave. So you become a man once, a baby twice. You know, as men and women, when we grow old sometimes, we reason like children. Nature is so interesting. Once a man, twice a child. But in Ghana, we vote children into power. Old men and women who have long passed the man age. Now they are children. The second children that Bob Marley talked about. Once a man, twice a child. A child at the beginning and a child at the end. Now the child at the end is the one we vote into power. Is it too deep for you to understand? Every human being, if you are lucky, you will taste childhood twice. That's, I said, if you are lucky. Because some people even die in the first baby stage. Some die as men. They don't get the opportunity to descend into a child again. So if you are lucky, you will go up from baby to man and from man to baby. Now the baby, the last babies who are preparing for their graves, they are those who are voting into power. And the health minister is one of those. In his heydays, he was an extraordinarily powerful health minister, or a minister, a deputy finance minister at a point, whatever. Today, he's demonstrated that no, he's overstayed his welcome in terms of reasoning power. People are dying from what? COVID. And giddy, you have gone to contract criminals from the UAE. You've gone to contract terrorists from the UAE because your party likes terrorism, left, right, and center. They were those who introduced terrorism to Ghana. Bombs. The first time we heard about a bomb in independent Ghana came from these people. People are dying. So, you've gone to employ terrorists to bring us Sputnik V from Russia. When as a sovereign state, you could have just contacted the Russians straight away. You didn't do that. You went ahead and signed a contract with the terrorists. Went ahead to even pay half of the money to terrorists. And health minister is still sitting here, told nobody, because his president is like that. He blows money wantonly with no respect for the taxpayers' purse. So he has emulated his president, thanks to the Norwegian news outlets. Now this rot has come out. In fact, we should be making statues of the Norwegians who blew this and remove J.B. Dankwa's statues and the rest. These are the people whose statues should be in Ghana, not Mahatma Gandhi, not J.B. Dankwa. The people who have saved us so much money. We became a ridicule to the whole country, the whole globe, that we contracted terrorists, criminals from the UAE to supply us with a vaccine. My brother, did you look at it? I've said it time and again. These criminals could have gone to China to put ordinary powder in containers and ship that to us. Oh, this is your Sputnik V. We will inject it into our babies. After all, our scientists are all asleep. Our scientists are all asleep. The sleeping president has injected all of them with sleeping sickness. They are all sleeping. What a great country we used to be. The first to gain independence in the southern part of the Sahara. We should have been the dictators of science in this country. Dictators of almost everything positive. But no. We go to Olympics and we manage something and come home. Everywhere we go, either we are last or disqualified. Why? Yet we have individual brilliant people and they are always submerged and shut down night and day because those children in power, my brother, my sister, are not ready to uplift the youth. No. They deal with their own second children's state. To God be the glory. Health minister still in power. Health minister still sitting there after almost killing all of us with these terrorists and criminals from UAE. Hey, my brother, do you see the severity of this issue? The gravity of this? These are criminals that they have gone to contract and gone ahead to even pay money in millions of dollars to these guys. How we are going to get back our money? Those criminals in UAE are drinking coffee. How are you going to find them? Where are you going to find them? These are not guys who live in Chebi. They are not guys who live in Wale Wale. They are not guys who live in Tamale. They live in the UAE American FBI and CIA are looking for them. They can't even find them. And you have given money to them. Can you find them? Jesus Christ, have mercy. They are drinking tea. Innama al-ma'alala. Innama al-ma'alala. Haza Ghana. Hazi Ghana. As to what that means, I leave that to the Arabians. Taking our money. How much did they cut back or push back to our dishonest heads and leaders? Because when criminals like this are signing contracts, their fellow criminals ask them for a kickback. And they do that. Health minister, you are a shame and a disgrace to this country. You should resign and get out of the place. You are still there waiting for somebody to sack you. Do you have morals at all? Look what you have done to this country. Look what this guy has done to this country. Apart from removing him, he should go to jail or pay back the money. People are saying, oh, tamper justice with some mercy. You know, yeah, he's done something wrong, but mercy. The Bible says forgive 77 times. 7 times. Judgment. I leave it here. Kweku Baku says, get the man out. Kwesi Pratt says, hey, get him out. Something Bentel say, hey, get him out. A lot of people who matter in the society. Health minister is still there. Maybe by now he's visiting his prophet, or he's running after Reverend Osu Bempa or some other. They say, oh, Bompaya Mami, why na mi wa chire papa? Yee, rade. Bompaya Mami, why? Mami anointing oil ribika cry na mi kosra mi nimna president whom ya no whom mobo wate. Hey, and I say mami bi mami misa kakra na mi yam nyina tu urade. Hey, I am too away there and koda until you pay for what you've done to Ghanaians. To God be the glory. I leave it. My brother, my sister, I'm going to deal with the next one, and I'm getting ready to say bye-bye to you in no time. Jesus have mercy. Oh, yeah. All right, so fix the country. Fix the country. We all went out to demonstrate. And I hear some people say, oh, it was just a jogging exercise. And I hear some other people say, oh, only 5 people came out for the demonstration. Yeah, they are flippants. You know what it means to say somebody's a flippant? They joke with serious things. Our president is a flippant. He jokes with serious things. You hold a time bomb in your hand and you tell him, hey, Mr. President, I got a time bomb. Do the needful. He's laughing. Let's have coffee, you know. There's a time bomb. There's no time for coffee. He said, oh, just let's see. Before he realized, boom. They don't see serious things to be serious. I hear some other people say, oh, fix your dirty, rotten attitudes. Oh, Ghana. Mubeche. Mube hunyansano. Na ache. Mube hunyansano. You say, Yesu ababium. Mube hunyansano. You say, Angel Michael. Abe momu anointing oil ama munyina ano. Hear me now. In which country would you say that for over 20 years you have never seen an ad that is talking about patriotism or attitudes? In which country you will never see an advert that is talking about corruption? In which country do we discourage corruption so much that at the end of the day, my brother, my sister, you say, fix your attitudes. Attitudes are important. I stand for that. I have said it time and again, my brother, my sister. Before this country will develop and be where it is, our attitudes must be fixed. But who are those who would help us fix our attitudes. They are the people we have voted into power. This is deep for somebody to understand. Let me break it down. You own the police. You own the soldier. These are people who are supposed to hold on to the law. They are those who are supposed to make sure that the law works. You have the courts. The lawyer is not supposed to chase the thief and arrest him. No. He is supposed to sit in the comfort of the courthouse for the policeman to bring him so that he will pronounce judgment. Same way. An individual who feels that he has suffered a certain kind of unfair treatment can also reach out to the judge and speak with him. We live in a country where fees that you pay in court, that money that you have to pay to a lawyer because somebody has stolen your fowl. Hey, break it down, Blakk Rasta. How many of us can go to a lawyer and say, this man has stolen my fowl and therefore I want to take him to court? And the lawyer will go to court because of a foul. How many? The amount of money the lawyer will charge you can buy you all the fowls in Ghana. How many people can go to a lawyer and say somebody has stolen my goat, and for that matter, help me take him to court so that I get my goat back? In one way or the other, the money you be charged can buy 500 other goats, if not more. So justice becomes so expensive. Where justice is so expensive, morality becomes cheap. Kai, teach Blakk Rasta. Teach Blakk Rasta. Hey, my brother, I say where justice becomes so expensive, morality becomes cheap. Teach them. Hey, if I am to go to court, the judge will sit on the case for 500 years because they are still investigating. The lawyer is taking money every second from me just because my donkey got missing. Next time a man comes to steal the donkey, he would have all the bravery that this will not end anywhere. After all, there's a judge who takes 500 years to decide. There's a lawyer who is ready to take all the money in the world. So justice becomes so expensive. Morality becomes so cheap. Hey, go to America, go to England, go to Korea, go to Japan, go to some of those countries. There are state lawyers who are ready to pursue anything that has value. True or false? If you don't want the state lawyers, that is when you decide that, okay, I want to deal with this particular lawyer. Your social welfare is not even working. Children are lying on the street, being turned into thieves and criminals every now and then. Then you have the guts to come tell me to fix my attitude. You can only ask me to fix my attitude when you have used the power that we have given to you to help us fix our attitudes. Has been used well. Is it too deep for you? I have given you the power. I have voted you into power. Hey, when I go to the church and they say collection time, and I go to put money in there, I put the money in there for 3 reasons. The first reason is that I want blessing from God. Number 2, I believe that the pastor or whoever is in charge is going to use it properly. And what is the proper use? He is not going to use it in the way that is not supposed to use it. And thirdly, he will talk to me and encourage me, serenade me to be able to deal with my attitude. When you go to church or to the mosque and the preacher stands there and tells you, oh, Hey, this is not good. Stealing is not good. When you steal, this is what happens. And you'll be able to stay away from stealing. That is what I'm talking about. They help you deal with your attitude. How can the government help you deal with your attitude? My brother, my sister, we need to see these things on TV. We need to hear these things on radio. In my days, we sang the national anthem almost every time at every event. That's one. Why is it important? The words of the national anthem, my brother, my sister, become a key into your destiny. Somebody won't understand it. Bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility. My brother, my sister, it says that let us be fearless to cherish honesty. Hallelujah. What words? Power. Fearless to cherish honesty. But this is an anthem you even recite, you don't understand. Fearless. Fearless to cherish. Say ubedo ubenya odo ama honesty. Honesty cry can you saying. Honesty. Say ube kanu cry no debia. Say the national anthem no account. Hey, do we have a translation of the national anthem in Twi? I don't think so. No, I've never heard it. But my brother, that's it. Fearless to cherish honesty. Eche se omba kukudro. Se unstro. Se ubedo anukreno. Na we ukanu de usori adopa bia na ukanu. Oh, na mi kwame. Mami akukudro. Mami sro. Se medo anukredi no. Ukanu de bia usori na ukanwe ya. Why no betumi? Asem no da ho pefe ubekanu pefe. Unkoye party sem amanyo sem we I say na we akawe dabi. Ukanu kre no awunsuro. National anthem. That's what it's talking about. This the case is only in English. It's not in Twi. It's not in Hausa. It's not in Dagbani. You recite it like parrots every day, like you read the Bible like parrots every day. You don't understand. Fearless to cherish honesty. And kudienu ni hobium. So we voted into power to give us the impetus, to give us the adrenaline to fix our attitudes. You see, look, they read the Bible, they don't understand. They see, train up a child the way he should grow. Now, oman penyinu pa usi una we omaino papa. So we are a papa. Then train us in the way we should grow. So that when we grow, we shall not depart from it. Mukai Bible de biasumun tias cathedral. Any aboa mudi free Israel. Ebano enuna hiamo. That is what matters to you. Train up a child the way he should grow, so that when he grows, he shall not depart from it. Oh my penye obia papa. In the country, that is our father. How are you training up the nation so that when they grow, better still when the nation grows, it shall not depart from it? That's what the Americans have done. That's what the British have done. So silly people, stupid people are those who say fix yourselves. It is important to fix ourselves. Yes, people are doing the little that they can to fix themselves. But what is the government doing? The people we have given all the power and all the energy to help us fix ourselves. Which they are said, he should sit, he should crawl, he should stand. And yeah, we are saying, when the child is learning to stand, tata, oh sorry, tata, jijino, fixino. Say a former udahono, enye, sorry nante, say no be nante. But you won't go and sit somewhere and say, oh, sorry, there be, that's what the government is telling us. Sorry, there be, tata, oh, tata, oh, sorry, kakra, now I'm kakra. That's what wise people do. Fix your attitude. Then you don't understand. When was the last time you saw a corruption advert on national TV? When was the last time a big head went to jail because of his stealing? Yeah, they are stealing every day. They are most corrupt. You are not fixing that stinking, bad, rotten attitude in your rank and file. You ask the people who have given you power and their tax to fix themselves. If we could fix ourselves, we would not vote you idiots into power. Let's think. It's fools who say fix yourself. It's important to fix yourself, yes, and I've always said that. But the power we gave you to help us fix ourselves, what are you doing with that power? How are you helping us fix ourselves? The educational system is all broken down. Moral education you've thrown out. All you are teaching the children in the school is get rich quick. They are rich friends, you use them as examples to them. Morality has been thrown to the dog. Justice is becoming too expensive for the ordinary Ghanaian. You tell me to fix myself. Do you have common sense? Sometimes when I speak like this, I say, oh, do they understand what I'm saying at all? But I'm happy that the youth are picking up the vibes. Then you go and play this thing back and say, Blakk Rasta no Kenya the same. You are okay. I feel a Bible mo. It was Exodus 1 verse say. And now Joel, Blakk Rasta no can, like you did to Kwame Nkrumah. Like you did to Kwame Nkrumah. He died, and then you made a hero out of his death. When it mattered most, you closed your ears and never listened to him. You listened to terrorists and help terrorists to remove Nkrumah. Those terrorists, no matter what they did, their names remained in Chebi, their names remained here, nowhere. Kanukre say Nkrumah, what did you get from it? You killed him, what did you do from it? All hopeless people think about is kill. People who have lost all hope. People who are intellectually dead. Intellectually infantile. They are those who want to end every intellectual discussion with death. Come to the table. Let's debate it intellectually. No, we will bomb you so that the debate ends. We thank you, Ghana. We appreciate you. We are getting there. The youth are getting more powerful. The youth are standing up, and we will keep speaking to the youth. Is the youth I'm speaking to? Not these old men, no. They know too much. Fix the country, no? 5 people. We thank you. We thank you. Joke with serious things. Mu president or wim. Wada. Or sorry, I'll be Gary wim. Or Gary we are. Obesi from our meeting. Jesus Christ. And Timu. Where your politics? You can't see. Why did but me also say breaking the 8 now, breaking the 8, we will kill the demons and the principalities, no matter where they are hiding, so we can break the 8. Jokers. By now somebody from Wale is so angry. Somebody from the north is angry that why you? Why you? You will remain in your ignorance. You will continue to slide backwards. And other people will move ahead of you because you have no brains. No brains. You are only interested in tribalism. You are okay when the worst of your tribal mates are put in power. They are better than the wisest from another ethnic group. Somebody will understand this until he drinks Coca-Cola tonight. Somebody will understand that he smokes in Tampe tonight. I love you. I appreciate you. It's been the Black Pod. Hey, listen, did you hear that Ghanaians are now going to Dubai without visas? Well, they came back and said, okay, they are still talking about it. They haven't finished. Ghana Parliament has passed it, and now the Dubai people too will come and blah, blah, blah. It's a good thing. I don't like visas. I like to travel without visas. But The danger is, if your country is not fixed and there's a leeway for your people to leave, you will leave an empty country behind. A word to the wise is enough. I am saying, if you don't fix the country to a certain level and you allow or you give the chance for your countrymen and women to leave the country without a visa, you will form another Ghana in Dubai. Your country will be empty. That's not even too much of a problem. The biggest problem is going to be this. The Dubai authorities will soon clamp down on Ghana. Don't come here. We've seen it before. Don't come here again. Ghanaians have come and they are blah blah blah. Rasulullah kala humar Ghana huwa. Before you realize, they'll be behaving like the South Africans are doing to us in South Africa anytime they get angry. Any South African who gets up and is hungry is looking for Africans to kill. He'll get 5 or 6 other South Africans. Let's go and kill the Nigerians. Let's go and kill the Zimbabweans. Then they go out and they are burning and killing. It can happen in Dubai. If you allow your people to keep running there without fixing your country. God, Jesus Christ, have mercy.